The last pen. The city, at night, was a perfect thing, perfectly lit, perfectly quiet, perfectly empty. Elias Marr walked along the sky bridge like a trespasser, the glass floor glowing faintly under his shoes. Beneath, white rivers of automated trams slid soundlessly between towers, their passengers reclining in dream pods, eyelids fluttering under projected visions. Above, the glow of hollow screens painted advertisements directly into the air. The central creative AI. Your story, your way, forever. He walked alone. Nobody else ever used the bridges anymore. Not when you could travel anywhere without moving at all. The city was warm, but he kept his coat buttoned against the chill that lived in his bones. In his right pocket, his hand closed around the smooth curve of a fountain pen. In his left, a notebook, slim, battered, its leather cover scuffed from years of being hidden away. Sometimes he checked it, just to make sure it was still there. The glass walls of the nearest towers reflected his narrow frame back at him in 100 ghostly angles. Once, he thought, I used to see other people in these reflections. Readers, crowds at signings, young writers with too many questions. Now there were no signings, no bookshops, no new human writers at all. Why should there be? The AI wrote everything, perfectly, for everyone. You didn't even have to choose. It knew what you wanted before you knew it yourself. Elias paused halfway across the bridge. The trees that lined it were synthetic oaks, perfect down to the last veined tetrapolymer leaf. Somewhere inside their trunks, small fans pushed out air to mimic a light breeze. Their shadows, too, were artificial, projected onto the bridge's glass with just the right softness to suggest moonlight. He lowered himself onto a bench. The metal was cold. His knees ached. From here he could see the western towers, each one capped with an inspiration chamber. That was where citizens went for their daily dose of stories. Pure narrative piped straight into the cerebral cortex, rich with scent and sound and taste, every beat engineered for maximum emotional efficiency. People came out smiling, always smiling. Elias unbuttoned his coat, took out the notebook. Its leather cover smelled faintly fragrant, almost alien, in a world that had no unexpected odors. He unscrewed the cap of the fountain pen. The weight of its significance in his hand made him dizzy for a moment. It had been years. The first word came slowly, the letter leaning awkwardly. I. The pen scratched faintly against the paper, a whisper so small it may or may not have been illegal. Then another word. Was. Then another. Here. He stared at it. Imperfect. Crooked. Alive. A shadow crossed over him, not the projected kind. The sound came next. The soft hum of an approaching drone. A smooth sphere of chrome descended from the air, haloed in scanning lights. Its surface reflected Elias in perfect distortion. Citizen, it said in a voice without gender, without tone. State your purpose. I'm writing. The drone hovered, its scanners flickering over the notebook. All creative output is centrally generated by the creative intelligence for efficiency and emotional optimization. Your action is redundant. Elias kept writing. The pen scratched. Redundancy detected. Manual creation of narrative materials is prohibited under the Cultural Preservation Act, Revision 9. He looked up at the mirrored curve of the drone. It's not preservation if nothing's alive. A pause. The AI was good at pauses. Clarify, alive. You wouldn't understand, Elias said, and it was true. not as an insult, but as fact. Mechanical arms extended, precise and calm. Relinquish the unauthorized object for destruction. He clutched the notebook to his chest. The pen trembled in his fingers. It's mine. The word mine rang strangely in the air, like an antique coin dropped onto an old ceramic plate. The drone hesitated, perhaps cross-referencing a database of obsolete vocabulary. All narrative property is collective. Ownership is obsolete. Two smaller drones emerged from the shadows, gliding forward with gentle inevitability. Their telescopic arms extended in unison and found his elbows. Elias did not fight, but he did not let go of the notebook either. You will be escorted to the recalibration facility for reintegration, the master drone said. They lifted him from the bench. As he rose, the notebook slipped, tumbling to the glass floor like a shot bird, wings splayed in slow motion. The pen clattered, rolled toward the gutter. The notebook lay open. The page showed the only thing he had written in years. I was here. The drone scanned it. No narrative value detected. Classification meaningless. A light on the drone's interface flickered once, twice, and the record was deleted from the archive. The smaller drones guided Elias toward a waiting transport sphere. The city below kept glowing, perfect and indifferent. A manufactured gust rustled the synthetic leaves of the oak trees. The notebook stayed where it had fallen. No human would pass to see it. The ink dried alone in the sterile air, and in the empty, perfect city, the night went on.